does it take to stay compliant on the outside, and how tone from the top at the board level has been changing over the years. Give us a little bit of perspective on what makes staying compliant complex and why compliance is a non-trivial subject.
I would like to start, with one of the favorite quotes I've heard about compliance. And, compliance is like a helmet. You really appreciate it only when you had a near miss. From that perspective, compliance there's been quite a lot of change that's happened over decades, right? But I think the most critical factor, it's oft repeated, but I think it's more relevant than ever, is that it's very important to first drive compliance as a culture in the organization, right? And that starts from the top. It's very important for people to know compliance is not just about making sure you following the rules and procedures for sake of governance or for sake of making sure the regulators are happy, but it's important, but it's also for our own safety, for our own procedure, for our own sustainability of the business. And that drive will always be an ongoing process. And with the changes that you spoke about now, a lot of changes in the landscape that's happening, it's all the more important for companies now to make sure we are totally aware of what the changes are. How comprehensive is really our comprehensive checklist that we think it is, right? So secondly, there's a lot of external factors that go in. Different industries like the seafood that I'm working for now, or if you take pharmaceuticals, it's just not the regulations of, let's say, the Indian laws. We also have regulations of our customers, of the countries that we export to, who have their own set of procedures, a set of rules, set of quality parameters. All of this brings about quite a comprehensive, and like you correctly said, they all boil down to one thing: your balance sheet and your P&L, right? So I'll go with the fact that driving the culture is the most important aspect. I also wanted to just give you an example, now that you said, in one of my previous organizations, we were actually automating this entire compliance process, setting out the people who are responsible and taking it to the granular level. Somebody from some other department once just came and pointed it to me, and he said, "Sir, look at this. This has been assigned to me. I can tick. I can upload a blank document, and the system's going to accept it." And that, it showed me that while we can use a lot of automation to go, so the culture also had to change first. This isn't an audit thing that we are trying to point out fingers, or you are looking to bypass it. That in itself was a lesson for me that I've learned, But having said that, given the changes that's happening in regulation, automation and technology is the only way forward. There's no doubt about it. Given the sheer complexities, I remember your previous presentations where you've shown 1,500 plus laws, 6,000 odd regulations. It is impossible to do it manually. It is in no way any one human can do it, right? So taking on technology is the only way forward, not only just for the regulation that we have to adopt. When you consider the entire ecosystem we have, sometimes we have to deal from ocean to plate. It also involves our vendors, and in some cases, like seafood, you know very well the fishermen. They are very unorganized sector. Getting them on board of these things will be very easy, and that's where technology will definitely play a very, very huge role.